Peaceful, simple, quiet, like nature. That is what the Azure K652 from Redragon reminds me of. It's a keyboard that I honestly did not expect this brand to make, and now that it's here, I'm not sure what to think of it. Let's get the specs out of the way. It is a 75% size keyboard that is made to work with Macs, and it also works with Windows. So right out of the bat, Redragon has intended this to be more of a productivity keyboard rather than it to be a tailor-made gaming keyboard. It has all the goodies that you would expect from Redragon products. The 3 mode connections, USB Type-C wired, Bluetooth, and 2.4 GHz wireless with the included dongle, which is conveniently placed in the back. As a 75% keyboard, you get the all-important function row, which is important for productivity work. It's essentially a 10 keyless keyboard in which the keys are all bunched together in a slightly smaller package, which is great. There are the connectivity switches on the left side of the keyboard, as well as a USB Type-C port and a nice Windows/Mac switch to easily make sure all of the keys are working depending on the operating system that you are using. And you can tell that this keyboard was made with the Mac in mind, because of color scheme and style. It has an aluminum top plate, and the gray color scheme of the keys makes it a perfect match for my MacBook Air, something I know wasn't a mere coincidence. The back is all plastic though, which looks a bit cheap, but overall it's a good feeling keyboard with no flex at all, so durability won't be a huge problem. It seems like low profile switches are starting to become a more common option, and the Azure is another example of this. The low profile keys feel decent to me. They aren't amazing, but they aren't bad either. The low profile switches are the same, and to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the sound. Now these are brown tactile switches, and they do the job well. They're also hot swappable, a feature that I truly love, and Redragon would always have bonus points for that, because even pricier brands don't even have hot swappable switches as an option for most of their keyboards. But these switches are practically the same, if not exactly the same, as their other low-pro offerings like the Horus or the Noctis Pro. One huge plus on the Azure is the inclusion of another set of keycaps. If you don't like the color scheme of the keys that comes with default, they include a whole nother set of keys that have the opposite color scheme. It's still all gray, but the color tones are a little bit different here. Now this is not completely necessary to have, but I'm glad that the guys at Redragon even thought of offering that to a productivity focused keyboard. And lastly, what does it feel to type? I'm not a huge fan of low profile keys, so I might be a bit biased, but it does take some getting used to. If you're using it for Mac and you are used to the Apple style keys on their MacBooks, you might enjoy this because it's kind of like that, but with a little bit more travel. By the way, this keyboard does have RGB, but I didn't care for it considering the audience for this keyboard, but it's there if you want it, and you can customize it via software or macro keys if you care, but personally, I don't. Overall, it is a decent keyboard. I do respect Redragon for trying to appeal to an audience outside of gamers, and I really think this is a nice entry to the market, but honestly, it doesn't do much to make it stand out. It looks really great, and props to the team who decided to give the keys that color scheme that it has, because it does look beautiful. But when it comes to actual use, I do wish it was a bit more silent. Maybe if the switches came pre-lubed or there was some sort of dampening to give it a satisfying sound when you press, would really make it stand out. But this feels like it's very simple, and it doesn't do anything practically wise to stand out in the crowded productivity keyboard market apart from its looks. But I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video on the Redragon Azure. Thank you guys at Redragon for allowing me to check this out. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit like, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next one.